Big Ten women's basketball looks to capitalize on Caitlin Clark aura. The shadow Caitlin Clark has cast over Big Ten women's basketball has never been more meaningful than it is today, even in the absence of the former University of US superstar. Clark just completed her rookie year in the WNBA, and her impact on the sport was a hot topic of discussion at last week's Big Ten Women's Basketball Media Day in Chicago. Just coming off the year we had NCAA-Wise and watching the pros, WNBA. I just hope we can take advantage of this opportunity, said Northwestern's veteran head coach, Mckeown. We have a great window right now. Our game is so hot. We have great coaches and players, and I think that we have the attention of the fans. Ohio State's Kevin McGuff, the reigning Big Ten Coach of the Year, endorsed that sentiment, one that many feel about the omnipresent Clark influence, collegiately or professionally. It's a great time to be a part of this sport, he said. I'm really happy for our student athletes that they get to experience the crowds, the media exposure, the overall growth of the game. Wisconsin's fourth-year head coach, Marisa Mosley, seconded their opinions on where the sport is and how it is now being viewed and accepted. We're really fortunate that there's more media attention now on it, Mosley said. Like anything else, when you invest in it, there's a return. Or you hope so, especially with the stock market. She smiled and confirmed her excitement because we have so many men and women and young girls and boys watching and seeing these incredible women doing something they love. Mckeown, McGuff, and Mosley were talking big picture during a Big Ten Network panel conversation. Each segment featured 3 coaches in a casual, made-for-TV interview setting. The growing popularity of the sport was center stage. In our city specifically and in our state, they've really gotten behind our program and the sport in general, said McGuff, who led the Buckeyes to a 26-6 record and Big Ten title last year. As big as football is and all these other things going on in Columbus, I can't go a day without being in the city and someone will say, I really love watching your team. I love the sport. With the expanded conference, there were 6 such groupings of 3 head coaches each, a concession to realignment. Nobody seemed to mind, though. The more the merrier. I felt like last year we had the best conference in women's basketball, and clearly we do this year with the addition of the West Coast teams, McGuff said. There's just a lot of talent. This is Mckeown's 42nd year in women's basketball. His associate head coach is Tangela Smith, the 7th player in WNBA history to score 4,000 career points during her 15-year career. We talk a lot about pioneers, he said. We talk to our players about that a lot. Everybody up here is a pioneer and has given their whole professional career to women's basketball. We've all got stories of driving minivans, 15 passengers, stopping at McDonald's, and it was great. On the 8-hour drive back, I felt like I was the luckiest guy in the minivan that day. Hopefully, the pioneers and the people that have set the table for what's happening now, I hope this group appreciates them, and I think they do. To this end, Mosley said, there are just a lot of things that have improved. There are women who came before them, and we have the responsibility to make sure we carry that torch. Building the Badgers brick by brick. The Badgers have taken baby steps by increasing their win total in each season under Mosley's guidance from 8 to 11 to 15 last year, the most since 2018 to 19. No small feat. She inherited a 5-win team. With 6 conference victories in each of the past 2 seasons, it is the most that the U has recorded in league play since 2010 to 11. Mosley is the first to say that there's more work to be done. At Media Day, she was accompanied by 2 players, Sarah Williams, the Big Ten's Defensive Player of the Year. A Big Ten Network moderator, Mike Hall, wondered how to best describe the progress that has been made thus far in the Badger program and what is expected this season. The progress so far has just been trying to do it, brick by brick, mostly said. Each year, we knew we wanted to take a step forward. We wanted to continue having an upper trajectory. By the end of the year, we wanted to be playing our best basketball. We were able to do that, and obviously continue to recruit good players so we can build a sustainable roster and win. Going into this year, I'm just grateful for these young women who have stuck with us. In this very transient world that we live in, knowing we're building something really special. But in order to do that, we needed to have a strong foundation. Despite injuries, Douglas has been one of those aforementioned bricks.